Baseball.
That was really bad timing on your part.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Baseball. Ball base. I think I did that bit. Company softball game's coming up. We're getting ready.
Got train.
What position you playing?
Shortstop.
What position am I playing?
Second.
Yep.
Got person stop jersey on.
I do actually. Yeah.
I don't have a trade tournament jersey on.
No.
Ooh, we should do that though. I'll wear my tray. You wear your stop before.
Before the game.
Like the podcast before.
That'll be the next one.
What do you mean?
The next podcast we do.
Yeah.
Like literally that week.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Anyway,
baseball.
Big episode, John.
Why?
This is episode 100.
What does that mean?
It means I've done 100 of these.
Oh.
Woo!
Where's like the balloons and confetti?
I was busy.
I've seen your life. You're not that busy.
So big episode. I've done 100 of these. Well, I have done 100 of these. John has done like 7.
Something like that.
Yeah, the closer. John the closer. But this episode, I'm going to take a minute to kind of reflect on the last 100 episodes. And then after that, we're going to get into the Phillies. Red hot Philadelphia Phillies. We will talk about the Jose Alvarado suspension because that happened while we were away. Kind of how they're going to maneuver that. We're also going to look ahead. We got Atlanta, Milwaukee to look forward to this upcoming week. So a lot to get into today. John, I just want to ask you, how are you?
Good, man. Good.
You really know how to carry a conversation, you fucking asshole. But I just kind of want to take a minute to reflect.
What are you reflecting on?
The last 100 episodes.
There's 100 of these?
There's 100 of these.
Wow.
You know, I thought about, because the episode 1 was released on Instagram. Like, I didn't have the YouTube yet. I didn't have the social. Like, it's uploaded on Instagram. And I was like, should I upload this episode on Instagram?
Do you like Instagram Live?
That's a bad idea.
That's where I thought you were going. I'm like, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, exactly why it's a bad idea. But I kind of want to reflect back. Like, I started this in August of 2022. It has been, 3 almost. This will be year 4 of doing it. But
why'd you start in August?
It was kind of like, I've been wanting to do it. And I just finally said, fuck it. I'm going to do it.
All right.
And then just did it. Because I felt like if I wanted to start good thing I started in August 2022. I had a lot to talk about that season.
True.
Because I feel like if I said, I'll start it next year, would have never happened. So I just put my money where my mouth is, started doing it. And, man, it's been awesome. It's been, highs and lows of everything as well as the baseball team. But from a creative standpoint, I have a lot more respect for people that do this full time because it can be very draining, talking about the same things over and over, kind of fishing for content and stuff like that. And it's a lot.
I'm talking to yourself.
And talking to myself. Why do you think he's here all the time now? Because I hated talking to myself. I hate myself, to be honest with you.
I hate you too.
Thanks, man. But, I just want to thank everybody that's been here for the last 100 episodes. John has been here. Matt, both Matts, Matt Sporsky, Matt Hartman, Blake, thinking of everybody else that's been on this show. My beautiful wife, Ashlyn, she has been my rock through this entire thing. All the shirts that I wear that are made by her, the shirts that John also...
She didn't make
didn't make that one, but the shirt that John has that says baseball, she is the one that made that. So she has been incredible throughout this entire thing, encouraging me, giving me good ideas about what I can do. Like the whole live stream thing. Because for my 1 year, I did a live stream of the Phillies game. That was her idea. Like, she has a lot of great ideas, and I love her very much. And she has been awesome through this entire thing. So I just want to thank everybody that has made this entire thing possible and made this entire last 100 episodes like a reality. And here's to 100 more.
We're going to do 100 more of these?
Fucking right we are.
Okay.
Feels red hot, bud.
I'll be here.
Do you have anything to say?
I know a lot of football.
He does know. We have a football podcast too.
Yeah, wait till we get 100 of those. Then the party's gonna start.
That's gonna be like 10 years.
Yeah, but like the Eagles are gonna be like 7-time Super Bowl champs by then.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of coming in a little bit in the middle of it. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we kiss?
No.
Please?
I really brought the, some would say.
Boom!
So I'm here.
Yeah, John
I'm
is
here.
here.
I'm here. I got a glove. I got a ball.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I think it was very important. The reason I mean, obviously, we work well together in a professional standpoint, but also from the standpoint of, I feel like we share a lot of similar ideas when it comes to creating stuff like this. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter, dude.
I didn't say it.
I could see it in your fucking face.
Right.
That when we had the idea for the Eagles podcast,
My idea.
or your idea, yes, and we kind of had that throughout the season, and obviously what an incredible season it was. It was almost a no-brainer to ask you to do this because honestly, at the end, and I've talked about this ad nauseum at this point, like I was kind of drained out. Like talking to yourself for 30, 40 minutes at a time is very hard to do, which is why I have so much respect for people that do it. That I needed somebody to kind of. I did say do that. I was trying to, but that's why I have a lot of respect for people that go through this on a day in day out basis.
I thought you were going to say it again.
Yeah, I almost did for the bit. That it made a lot of sense for you to come and join what we have here now. So, thanks, buddy.
Here for you, man.
Thanks. John's here.
I'm here.
He's here. Phil's.
I'll say you done whining.
100 of these.
100.
100.
100.
100.
Let's wait till 1,000.
Yeah. And coming soon to Apple Podcasts. We're working those details out, aren't we, John?
I don't know. Are we?
Yes. Working those details out. So this podcast not only is going to be on YouTube, we are going to be on Apple Music, or excuse me, Apple Podcasts.
I was saying, do I got to sing?
No, Apple.
Call Liam.
Yeah, we will call Liam. Apple Podcasts and Spotify coming soon. We're still working out the details of that. So we have that to look forward to. That if you can't watch our beautiful faces, you can listen to us in the car, which why would you want to do that?
You heard that, right?
I did hear that.
Right, just making sure it's not voices in my head.
Phils are hot.
Yes.
Red hot. I just keep.
All right. That's very distracting. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, Phil's are red hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're red hot.
Yeah.
They're hot.
Anything else you want to add?
You got it.
You fucking asshole. So we touched on the Aaron Nola news.
Yep.
In our last
that was
episode.
Like breaking, wasn't it?
That was breaking, yeah. That Aaron Nola went on the IL. We saw the major.
He skipped his rehab assignment.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, because he's still hurt. He still has soreness on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He skipped it.
Oh, okay. Okay. But we saw the major league debut of Mick Abel, and a lot of people forget that Mick Abel is only 23 years old. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm going to check it out. Keep talking about Mick Abel.
Yeah, Mick Abel. My guy, Mick Abel. Going to be in the bullpen, Mick Abel. What did he go? 7 shut? 8 shut?
6.
6 shut? Okay, I was getting there. He went 6 shut. Went head-to-head with Paul Skeens.
Which Paul Skeens, Jesus Christ, that guy is as advertised. He is fucking nasty.
Fuck Paul Skeens.
Fuck, no, dude. Fuck the Pirates for what they're about to do to Paul Skeens.
Fuck Paul Skeens, because you know why. Hate that guy. Just jealousy. That's all it is. But yeah, he went head to head and he won that game 1-0.
And I think I texted you. I'm like, this game's gonna end 1-0.
And it did.
And it
surely did.
Fortunately, it was on our side.
Yes,
Can this fucking kid shut up? I feel like hitting him with that softball.
I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, I mean, Mick Abel has kind of been up.
How old is
should I fucking shut the window? Are you shutting the window or are you yelling at me?
I'm gonna handle it.
John's handling it. He's putting on his dad voice.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Oh my God! Shut up! Oh my God! Makes you want to kick a kid.
Don't you have one of them?
Yeah.
You want to kick him?
Not mine.
All right. But I think people, Mick Abel has kind of been through the ups and downs in terms of what it takes to get to the major leagues. Like last year, everybody, including me, and I'm sure you, were kind of writing him off as a prospect.
Mm-hmm.
He had like an over 6 ERA. He was walking everybody. refined some stuff. It looked like he worked on his mechanics a little over the offseason, and obviously that's paying dividends.
Mhm.
You know, he has a 2.5 ERA in AAA right now, a 0 Major League ERA. And he just looked good, man. The moment never was too
Didn't look
big.
too big, yeah.
No, like the first and second in their first inning, struck out who needed to strike out.
Huh?
Just cold as ice.
It didn't seem like he was struggling. I mean, look, he was playing the Pirates lineup, to be fair.
I think that is a good introduction to kind of get your feet wet into the major league. It's not like you're going against the fucking Dodgers. If he did this against the Dodgers, I'd be like, he's untouchable.
Yeah, I feel like we will see him again this season.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's going to be as a starter.
No, I said it before. I think he's going to be.
I think you said that like week 1.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the Orion Kerkering of this season.
Also, okay, a little bit about, or I'm kind of buying back into Orion Kerkering in the role that they have him in now, which is kind of like a fireman. I think that moment, he kind of fucking nuts up in those moments. You know.
Speaking of the bullpen.
Yeah, Jose kind of fucking us here a little bit. So Jose Alvarado got popped for PEDs. I believe it was a weight loss medication.
Yeah, fatso.
That he's going to be suspended the 80 games, which, okay, he'll be back at the end of the season. The big kicker is he will not be eligible to pitch in the postseason, which is going to absolutely fucking crush us because, yes, you do get him back at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But now,
however,
not when you need him.
Not
when you need him the most. What do you make of that?
It's not good.
No,
it's not good.
Confirmed. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. I mean, he was your high leverage, basically the closer, not closer position.
He was your guy
for them.
No matter what moment, Jose Alvarado can come in and get it.
Yeah, and he looked good. Really good.
Almost too good.
That's why he got tested.
Yeah, someone said almost too good.
So it's definitely a huge loss for the
Yeah.
bullpen. And it makes you rely on guys you weren't going to necessarily rely on.
Joe Ross, Tanner Banks.
Taijuan Walker.
I'm buying back. Taijuan didn't look the great against the Rockies. Cy Young Walker didn't look the best against the Rockies.
But you also got to look at it this way. Like, he was in the bullpen, and then they're throwing him back into being a starter again. And they're going to throw him back in the bullpen when Nola comes back.
Yeah, you know what? Taijuan, how's it feel? You're getting the Spencer Turnbull treatment, dick.
Why doesn't he just keep him in the bullpen?
And just keep Mick Abel up
here? Let Mick Abel pitch.
Because if anything, if you're going to trade Mick Abel, why not show what he has in the major league level? That way
they showed. I think their fear was they showed one game and they're like, "All right, this is the product."
Yeah,
like
I don't think they should trade Mick Abel. I think Mick Abel's value is that high leverage reliever because we mentioned, he didn't let the moment get too big.
Okay.
Like, he had first and second to lead off an inning and he struck out the side. Like, that can play in the bullpen, and he's throwing 98, John. 98.
I mean, yes, but I feel like it's getting to the point where you have too many starters.
Yeah, that you're at that point right now.
Like, I think you're more likely to see a Ranger Suarez traded than you are Mick Abel.
So, I said this.
I have a question.
Yes, and I think we're about to say the same thing, but go.
What are you going to say?
Put Ranger in the bullpen?
Not what I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
1 for 1.
Okay, Ranger Suarez. Mick Abel for Rhys Hoskins.
Ranger Suarez for Rhys Hoskins, straight up.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that because that's a developing story. But I think the best move for the Phillies going forward is explaining, because Ranger Suarez is a Boris guy, which, you know, Scott Boras gets the most money for
runs everything.
He does. I think if you explain to Boras that moving Ranger to the bullpen is strictly for this team, it is the best move for this team, and he can get money as a start. Look, Ranger Suarez obviously is a free agent after this season.
Spot's not there for him.
It's not only that, but I think if teams aren't going to sign Ranger as a bullpen guy, they're going to sign him as a starter. Now, I think if you have and plus you have, I didn't think I'd ever say this, but you have too many left-handed starters in this rotation.
Yeah.
I mean, 3/5 of your starting rotation is lefties. Like, break that up, put Abel in there, and then Painter when he's ready. Maybe you have Abel as a fucking piggyback. I don't know, but like, I think if you put Ranger in the bullpen as that Jose Alvarado role coming in and getting outs, I think that's valuable.
Yeah, and the thing is, at the end of the season, are you going to pay Ranger? Or are you going to pay Luzardo?
I'm paying Luzardo 1,000%. I'm paying Luzardo.
All right then. I mean, Ranger's older. He's 30. Jesus is 26, 27.
27, I think. Now, here's my argument with that is I think the way Ranger pitches will age more gracefully than the way Luzardo pitches.
Not the way he's been getting injured.
Ranger?
Yes.
Make that same argument with Luzardo, though.
Hasn't happened this year. Thanks. So, like, that's my thing is you have to go, and he's got more of the wow factor.
Luzardo?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Now, I
and great hair.
Does have great hair. He's just handsome.
He's very handsome.
Phillies are very handsome.
Yes.
Very handsome team. You know who's bald?
Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler. Bald! Bald! Bald!
Very
bald!
I love him, though.
So bald. Like, they cut to him in post-game. Like, close up, and I just...
Yeah, but he wears it.
Not literally. No, they were interviewing. You know how in the post game it's like from up here. I'm like, whoa, the fuck did that come from? But you're. I think the reason the Phillies haven't hit the panic button and like traded so much to get a guy like right now is because I think they have a plan. I think the plan is when Andrew Painter they confirmed today in mid-July to call him up. I think your plan is you're going to put Painter in the rotation. You're going to move Ranger to the bullpen. You're going to transition Mick Abel into a high leverage bullpen guy. You get rid of Carlos Hernandez. You get rid of Jose Ruiz.
Bye.
And your bullpen now, Strom, Kirkring, Romano, which we'll get to him. Romano. You then add in. You have Tanner Banks, Joe Ross, Taiwan, Ranger, and Abel. Not bad.
What do you do when Jose comes back?
Who? Jose
Alvarado.
Pitch him into the fucking ground.
Yeah, but
send Mick Abel down. Just pitch him into the fucking ground.
That's the thing, though, is do you want to send Mick Abel down at that rate?
Send fucking Jose Alvarado down. He has options on his contract.
That's what I mean. Like, I would rather send him down and be like, all right, dude, go light it up in the Iron Pigs. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime,
have Abel
getting major league
because
experience.
then you run the risk of, okay, you put Abel down there and then you move him up in September and now you're in October, need to get high leverage outs.
Yeah.
He might not be able to do it. Now, I think he can, and I think we both kind of agree that we think he can do that. That's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I
think at the end of the day, he fucked the team.
He did.
He might not have knowingly fucked the team, but he fucked the team.
Apparently, I think he fucked the team because Major League Baseball players, because I've seen a couple retired guys come out and say this when they were talking about it, say that the team offers a 24/7 hotline to medical, being like, is this drug okay to take? Yeah. Is this okay to take? Like, why didn't you do that? Look, like, I understand.
He was either trying to get one over or he just didn't care enough to ask.
I can't see him doing that just because we know the type of competitor he is. We know the type of player he is.
But what is the other option?
What that he did?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was either trying to take the drug to enhance his pitching, enhance recovery, or he
was doing it to lose weight.
Yeah, or he did not care enough to say, hey, can I take this drug?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's literally no other option. Because if you have that resource, you call and ask.
Yeah, and that's what baffles me the most is you, like you said, you have that resource, so why not just use it? It's free. And even if it's not free, you make fucking $15 million a year, Jose.
Not this year, he's not.
No, not this year, he's not.
Unpaid.
Yeah.
So you're right.
But, I mean, look, I think the Phillies are in a good position to kind of rework the bullpen in a positive way. Now, look, right now you have 3 high leverage arms. Romano, Strom, Kirkring.
I wouldn't consider Kirkring high leverage right now.
I think what they're doing with Kirkring seemingly is the fireman, which say you have, for example, Chris Sanchez is in the 7th inning. He's at like 90 pitches, lets the first couple guys on, gets an out. You bring in Kirkring, ends that inning. Oh. I think that might be a good position for him. It reminds me a lot when Jeff Hoffman first got here. if people forget, Jeff Hoffman was a low leverage reliever for the Phillies when he first arrived. Is everything okay? What?
Beck said I'm at Jared's. Why?
She is?
She said.
All right. So yeah, it reminds me a lot when Jeff Hoffman was here, where any situation wasn't too big for him. I think that if Kerkering thrives in those roles, you play to his strengths. Like if he is better in messy innings than he is in a clean one, fucking throw him into the messy situations. And now I'm not worried about Romano because every single pitcher was complaining about that mound in Sacramento. Yeah. Now, if he comes out again and has an outing, okay, now I'm not, but I'm not buying too much into that. And Strom, I'm not worried. Yes, he allowed the 2 runs, but
yeah,
I'm not.
It's just gonna happen.
It's just
you see who's throwing out the first pitch tonight?
Howie.
Maybe Howie can inform Dave how to actually get somebody impact at the deadline.
Yeah, that's the one knock, man. I mean, Dave Dombrowski when we've kind of touched about this.
You think he will? Big Dave. Let me take control of the
deadline.
Take
control of the deadline. Be like, I don't know how the Phillies did it. They just got Josh Hader, and they got Josh Hader, Ryan Helsley, and Mason Miller for fucking 3 prospects. I don't know how we did.
They got Griff McGarry.
They got Griff McGarry, and the team is just splitting custody of Griff McGarry, and Howie's just sitting there going,
"You guys are gonna owe me another ring."
Yeah, they owe me another ring. But Mason Miller, tough look for over the weekend for the trade for Mason Miller crowd, huh?
Yeah, not great. But you know what? That's going to happen. Like, that's going to happen. Like, you saw with Strong. Yeah. Sometimes it just happens that way.
Yeah, but back-to-back nights.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the Phillies do have guys on this lineup.
Yeah.
As much as they piss us off, they still do have guys.
So, I by me, I mean somebody on X.com, the Everything app, did the work for me, and I'm going to pass it off as my own information.
Great.
The Phillies are one of the worst teams in baseball at home run percentages per at-bat.
Okay.
You know what that means?
No.
Meaning they homer. They're one of the bottom teams in terms of hitting home runs.
You know that's going to turn around come like June, July, August.
Yes, but my point is the whole thing with the Phillies the last couple of years, it's been home run or bust.
Yes.
They're actually, and there is a 2-month span of evidence to support this, buying into the passing the torch.
I mean, yes, and I think that's great. It's 2 months of it, but I don't want to be that guy, but it comes down to
October.
Are you going to do it in October?
I think they are.
Or is it going to be swing for the fence every single time you're up?
I think it's going to be. Now, I think I think the transition that Schwarber and Bryce had to make. Now, with Bryce, obviously for a majority of last year and even a little bit towards the end of 2023, Alec Bohm was hitting behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You now transition Schwarber.
Which was a great move.
Which was an excellent move.
Even though Stott hasn't been great.
Stott's cooled down, but he still works a good at-bat.
Yes.
Like, I still want him at the top of the lineup. Now, you know, it adds so much to Bryce Harper that Bryce doesn't have to play hero ball all the time now. All Bryce has to do is just put the ball in play, and you have a guy who is 3rd in the league in home runs right now with Kyle Schwarber. That is extremely valuable and lengthens this lineup so much that I think they actually are buying into this. What's up? Cool. Nice. Great content here, guys. Episode 100, everybody.
I wanted to give a guy his flowers.
Yes.
And that would be sometimes batting leadoff, sometimes batting second, Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Because he has been
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But I did a little just digging that's what I was doing, on where he falls MVP odds. Where do you think he falls?
Is he in the top 10?
Nope.
Top 15?
Nope.
Top 20?
Nope.
Top 30?
He's 30th.
I think.
Behind.
Oh, God. Who am I about to get mad?
Mm-hmm. Juan Soto.
Oh, you mean Juan Soto who's hitting 230 with a 708 OPS? That one?
Your favorite player?
That fat fucking piece of shit. Fucking stupid.
And pitchers.
Hoskins, I understand. A little bit.
He's a pitcher. He's not winning MVP.
No.
Unless your name is Shohei Ohtani, you're not winning MVP pitching.
Verlander.
No, it's
Clayton
stupid.
Kershaw.
No, it should not be a thing.
Clayton Kershaw.
No, it's not a thing.
Well, it
You
actually,
come out once a week. No,
actually was a thing.
it shouldn't be.
I agree.
Stupid.
Anyway,
Pisses me off. It's like a DH shouldn't win MVP.
one literally did because he had an historic season.
Hate it. I hate it so much.
So you hate Shohei Ohtani?
No, I just hate
you hate fun, is what I'm understanding.
Yes. No, you cannot win MVP if you don't play the field.
I think he's played a couple games in right field before.
I mean, look, Kyle Schwarber's having a great year. I don't think he should be eligible to win an MVP.
No,
like there's a hot take.
No, like the DH has its own award. I think it should stay that award.
DH should have its own award, and the pitcher should have the Cy Young award, and that's it.
Yeah.
MVP is for the players that go out there every single day. They bat and they field.
Yep. Agreed. I don't think that's much of a hot take.
You think so?
No. I agree with you.
All right.
Cool. But what were we talking about? Oh, Trey Turner. He's been as advertised this year.
He wasn't the last couple of years.
No, I mean, they're buying into, again, the passing the torch mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I have Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, Alec Boehm all batting behind me. Let me just get on base and steal some bags.
Mm-hmm.
Put pressure on the pitchers. And I think the top 5 of the Phillies lineup has done such a great job.
I know he's got safe a lot, but I feel like every time I'm watching it like actively and he tries to pick it back, he gets out.
Yeah, maybe don't watch.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
I mean, no.
Yeah. But I think he falls into this, we look at him like, oh, he fell off last year. I was listening to High Hopes podcast. Very good podcast.
I know it.
Jack Fritz.
Yeah, I know it.
James Husser. Very good.
I love, dude.
Trey Turner was batting.
Wait. Jack Fritz is your guy?
Yeah.
I love James Seltzer. Can you cut this?
Yeah.
Can you see if you can give us a shout out? I love that guy.
Sure.
Dude, James, I love you.
I love you, Jack. Friend of the program. He commented on one.
Dude, can we get them both on here?
I can certainly try.
That'd be
okay.
sick.
Should we put out our official
Official what?
Official like statement?
Like thirst trap or something?
No,
is that what the kids call it?
No. God, you're so old. Jack, James. Should we be like Mr. Christmas? No. Okay.
I don't know what you're doing.
Jack James, this is your official invitation to the .NET Phillies podcast. If you would like to come on, I'll tag you both. If not, I completely understand. You're busy guys. But it'd be great to sit down for
We're
a
lot of fun.
We are a lot of fun. We kind of know ball, but it'd be great to talk to you guys. So we'll clip that.
And we can connect with the Go Birds podcast because that's James Seltzer's other podcast.
Good.
Because I know football.
Yeah, you do know football. But all right. At any rate, the hell.
Apparently Beck's here. I don't
know. So Trey Turner.
Yeah.
He's been as advertised. Good.
Good.
Bryson Stott slowed down a little bit, but I'm not particularly worried about it. Bryce, Jesus Christ, he has been on a fucking tear.
Sirianni treatment.
Shaved his head and he's hitting over 400. And the power is going to come with Bryce. I think people are like, he's not hitting home runs. He's not he's
still got like 8, doesn't he?
Yes. Like, settle down. Bryce is going to be fine. Schwarber, re-sign him. I don't think.
Like yesterday.
Like, just give him a blank check. Casty, every time, I feel like he never gets a hit, but somehow he's always hitting 280. I look at that, I'm like, is he?
It's not like an impactful 280.
No, but he just, every day he's out there.
Is there?
Who else is in that lineup? Alec Boehm. Holy shit. What a turnaround for Alec Boehm. Hitting over 330 in the month of May. His batting average is up to like 280.
Didn't Bregman get hurt?
Bregman did get hurt.
Oh,
so joke's on you, Phillies Twitter.
Not
But Alec Boehm, you got to give him his flowers. Obviously, he had a horrendous start to the beginning of the year, but since then he has been tearing the cover off the ball. And you can attribute a lot of that to bad luck. There was some bad luck stuff. Oh, yeah, they're okay. There's been some bad luck stuff involved, but I'm not particularly worried about it. And obviously, because he is now, that bad luck is now turning, and he's hitting the cover off the ball. Same thing with Brandon Marsh. Rojas, well, that's a whole other thing. And we come down to the catching position.
Catching.
I don't know if it's a hot take,
I don't know.
I think the Phillies should re-sign JT Realmuto. 2 years with a club option for a third year.
Probably.
Okay.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you gonna have Marchand and Stubbs be your everyday?
You want to trade Marsh back to LA to get Logan Hoppy back?
Sure.
I'd do that.
I'd do that in a
that's
heartbeat.
not a thing.
No. So Eduardo Tait is seemingly the catcher of the future for this team.
How old is he?
He's like 20.
Yeah, it's not going to work right now. Yeah, you got to give him at least a couple more years. And then maybe, you know what? Maybe he comes up with a Crawford and
this new age of Phillies kind of
Miller and all those guys. So maybe they have that coming up. But yeah, I think you really don't have much of a choice.
Because his defense has not skipped a beat.
No. Like, he always catches a good game.
Always catches a great game. The pitchers will love him. His offense has been.
Yeah, it's just.
Father Time's finally getting paid.
I think he's going to get paid to be a top
5 catcher.
10, 15 catcher?
I think, honestly, like...
What is he batting these days? Like 220, maybe?
230, I think, 240.
Because like, he'll give you some pop every now and again, but it's just like...
He'll give you those 4 for 5 days and then go like on an 0 for 10.
But his contract right now is not what it should be.
No, when the Phillies paid him, it was 5 years, $110 million.
Yeah.
I think he's been worth that.
Yeah, I mean, we knew the back end was going to kind of...
Yeah, but we thought it was going to be years like 3, 4, and 5. It's really only been this year.
Yeah.
Last year he was good. The previous year he was great. Like, and then this year, obviously his offense has taken a nosedive.
Yeah.
But if you look into his numbers, John, he is a reverse splits guy. He's hitting almost 300 against right-handed hitting. But against lefties, he's hitting .078 against left-handed pitching this year.
Yeah.
So maybe bat him against righties and just have Marchand bat against lefties. Maybe just platoon them like you were going to do the entire year and have it done.
Sense.
And listen, I know I've given Marchand a lot of shit from a defensive standpoint, from a play.
Called Nick Gable's first game.
He did.
Called a great game.
He called a great game. He did the same thing with was it
Andrew Painter in a few weeks?
Yeah, no. Was it who pitched game 1 of that? Was it Wheeler? He caught in Sacramento.
I think it was it definitely wasn't Wheeler.
Who was it? Was it Ranger on?
Maybe
it was Ranger on Thursday.
Yeah, it could have been Ranger.
He caught a very back-to-back shutouts from
now. Again, that was my point, and that's why I feel like we get in such heated debates. Is he's how old?
24.
24. He's been up here a year. He's got to catch multiple games to get comfortable with these pitchers.
Offensively, he's still very bad.
Yeah.
He's very, very, very bad offensively.
Oh, so is your boy.
He's in over 300 Iron Piggies.
For the Iron Pigs. Anyway.
We'll be there June something.
Yeah. Can we talk about that now?
Yeah. Anything else to add about the current Phils? Or?
No.
Okay. Fuck. Zach Wheeler, very good.
Yes, love him.
So bald, very bald. Rhys Hoskins. John, I don't have my phone on me.
He's batting
315,
I think.
302.
Oh, all right.
Brewers aren't really contending right now, John. Now, my thing is, can you imagine how long this lineup gets if you put a Rhys Hoskins in that lineup?
Now, you wouldn't have to give up anything.
Probably Griff.
I don't even think that.
No, he's on an expiring contract.
I think the 1-for-1 Ranger for Rhys makes a lot of sense.
I disagree.
Why?
I think Rangers' value is in the bullpen, high leverage situations come playoff time.
Okay.
So, my thing is, where does Rhys play?
What do you mean?
Did I stutter?
I think you have 2 options. I think he can play first.
Yep.
Or...
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
You put Kyle in left.
Oh, John, you said it.
And you let Rhys DH. Or you put Rhys in left.
No, God, fuck no. I'd rather have Jesus Christ. That's real David versus Goliath there.
Or you put Bryce back where he belongs.
Right field. Make Cassidy the DH.
Left field.
Cassidy probably could play left field.
He could definitely play left field.
Do you think would you feel more comfortable with Cassidy going from right to left, or would you feel more comfortable with Bryce going over to left field?
Probably Bryce going to left field. But even that, And then here's my other thing. So, okay, I know it's a lot of moving parts, and we got a lot of hypotheticals right now.
That's what the show is all about. The show is built on hypotheticals.
So you make this trade for Reese Hoskins. Say it's Griff McGarry and some other low leverage prospect.
Bye.
You bring him in.
Yep.
I think you move Bryce to left.
Yep.
And you put Schwarber at first. And you let Reese catch.
I would rather have Reese at first than Kyle. At least Reese Hoskins plays first base at an everyday level. Neither is Kyle Schwarber, bud.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
You've seen that clip in Boston, haven't you?
Which one?
Bad, where he gets it, like picks it on the hop and just airmails it through the pitcher. And then he makes another play and like goes like this to the crowd.
I kind of want to see him do it.
I kind of want. They fucking had him playing first in spring training. They're like, nah, fuck that. We ain't doing that.
I kind of want to see it.
So do I. But
the best move for this team is to move Bryce to the outfield.
I agree. I think
whether it's him or not.
Yeah.
I still think you have to bring in another first baseman.
So what number would Max Kepler wear?
I don't know. Not
2.
17.
2.
You wear 5. No, you can't wear 5.
No,
It's not.
Yeah.
4. 4. Yeah, that's.
No, it's retired for Scott Kingery. Can't do that.
Good point.
He could do 2. Cody
Clinton.
Clinton.
0. That hasn't been worn yet, has it?
No. He could be number 0.
Well, I know. Just let somebody wear that.
That'd be sick. I'd wear number 0. That'd be fucking dope.
Somebody wears 0. Didn't that Scott Kingery wear 0?
And for the Iron Pigs, yes, he wore number 0. But it's an interesting conversation. I don't think they do it, but it's fun to imagine if they did.
Why don't you think they do it?
I just don't think there's a need.
There's definitely a need.
I disagree. Why? I think you need another bullpen arm or 2.
Yeah, but like for that trade, you're not giving up anything. That's not
you know of.
That's not a splashy trade. You know, Reese Hoskins, you give up, like I said, like a Griff McGarry and then something else.
I think a team is going to overpay for Reese Hoskins.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think that the splashy move comes in the bullpen. Ryan Helsley, Mason Miller, Josh Hader. What?
Phillies trade for Josh Hader.
Where's he at these days?
Houston.
Maybe.
Houston's not that good.
What is it? What would that look like? What would a trade like that look like?
Well, he has 3 years, $60 million left on that contract. Right. Now, if the Phillies are willing to eat a lot of that contract, I think you can give up lesser prospects.
What would you give up?
Griff.
Abel?
No, I'd probably do Griff, maybe Otto Kemp.
You'd have to go Abel.
No.
You'd have to.
If I'm eating that fucking contract, lick my dick. You're going to get Griff McGarry and you're going to like it. They're a pitching factory, dude.
Well, you're giving up Griff McGarry for Reese Hoskins.
Shit, yeah, you're right. No, I'd probably do...
Would you do Crawford?
If that's the difference between getting Josh Hader and not, then yes, I'm trading Justin Crawford.
What if it's Justin Crawford and Mick Abel?
No.
You doing it?
Nope.
What about for Mason Miller?
Nope. My deal for Josh Hader would be like
Brian Helsley?
No. He's on a walk here. It's a rental.
That might be your move.
What, Helsley?
Yeah.
If the Cardinals are competitive.
You know they're going to be cute for a little bit, then they're going to
I don't know,
drift
man.
away.
That pitching rotation's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I have a name for you.
Okay.
Steven Matz.
I don't know what that is.
Also on the Cardinals. Lefty.
Why would they trade him? You just said they're competitive.
Shut the fuck up.
Ha!
Okay. They're trying to shed salary, and Matz has a couple years of control left. Ooh. Baseball. Yeah, I'm very excited for when trade deadline, because come like mid-June to early July, we're going to have a good idea about what guys are available. Then we can really start getting into this deep cuts, this guy for this guy for this guy. Do you have anything else you want to add, Joe?
No.
Nothing?
Eagles had an OTA today.
Yeah, they did. Where's Kirk Cousins go?
So, okay. We're going to get into a little football here.
A little football.
I think Kirk Cousins goes to the Steelers.
I agree. I think they're
I
going to
think the
get
Steelers-
tired of waiting
I,
around for Aaron
I think they're going to
Rodgers.
walk away from Rodgers, and I don't think Rodgers is going to have a seat at the picnic table.
Yeah, I agree. I think because the Giants did that. I mean, you got to give credit to the Giants. Like, the Giants were like, we could wait for Aaron Rodgers, or we can go sign Russ, Jameis.
Well, that's
Get
the other
guys
thing
in here.
is they're thinking about it this way. I mean, apparently reports are saying Rodgers is waiting for training camp and to see what JJ McCarthy looks like because he wants to go to the Vikings. That's where
Fulfill the Favre prophecy.
that's where he wants to go to play with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, and then Kevin Stefanski. Or
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. That's the
Kevin
Browns.
Brown's head coach.
Yeah, same.
Very good head
Kevin,
coach.
Kevin, whatever.
Very good head
Yeah,
coach.
same thing.
Both of them.
But that's the thing is they're going to get to the point where it's like, you know what? No, like, dude, like enough is enough. We got to go figure out a quarterback. We
Yeah.
can't go into the season with
Will Howard and Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
What a QB room that is.
God.
So, yeah, very excited. I saw some clips of Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts. Very excited for that. Let's see. Moving forward, we have, speaking of Reese Hoskins, he's coming to town this
It was
weekend.
last time here without a Phillies uniform.
Yep, be great. And the Atlanta Braves this week. I'll be at the game on Thursday, so if you see me, come say hello. It'd be a little weird. That'd be a fucking surreal moment. Somebody comes up to me and is like, "I love your podcast." I might fucking pass out. That'd be sick.
You want me to do it for you?
Could you like send one of your friends that I don't know to do it for me?
Sure.
Okay, thanks, man.
Sure.
Appreciate you.
Got a link.
Yeah. Be like, oh, this fucking. He starts crying.
Yeah.
Hates me.
He does.
But big series against Atlanta. 2 out of 3. Take care of business. You know what you got to do.
They're up 8 on Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Just keep the distance.
Keep the distance. Don't let Atlanta even think they have a chance to come back.
Don't do anything stupid.
Ronald Acuna Jr. is back, and from a baseball perspective, that's awesome. I love Ronald Acuna
From
Jr.
the Phillies perspective.
From a Phillies perspective, fuck.
That guy's good.
That guy's very good. So just take care of business. Do what we got to do.
Spencer Strider. He's on the hill tonight.
He wears my sister's pants.
Yep. That's
Very stinky this year, but very good otherwise.
It's all right.
Anything else, John?
Nah, man. Have fun at the game.
Thank you. Episode 100 in the books. We have no segments today because we didn't know how long we were going to go about the 100 thing. I don't know. This is kind of a tangent at this point. Next time,
maybe
softball practice. At any rate, thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much for 100 episodes. It's been awesome.
Yep, I'm here.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball.
What did we do? Boop. Boop. Boop.